Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tiago, Jacob. I'm from Brazil, and I'd like to share my brief summary of my story of my conversion to Islam through the influence of Sid Sheikh and the vision of the light. Well, I was, before being Muslim, I was Christian, I was Catholic, and I was in a convent, in a monastery, studying to become a monk. I was searching in Catholicism, inside of Catholicism, a spiritual way that was living spiritual path. Well, after some experience in the convent, I realized that not only in the convent, but studying a lot of knowing people of other orders inside of Catholicism, I didn't find what I was searching for. That is, I didn't find a guide, someone in whose hands I could leave my soul with confidence that he would lead me to the knowledge of God subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in 2016, when I had my first contact with the al-Karkari through a video in YouTube, where I saw Sid Sheikh with the Fuqara in a hadra. And at that moment, as if my heart recognized at the first glance that he was a saint, and he was a living saint, and he was the one that could lead me to the knowledge of God. So at this moment, my chest was open to Islam, as it said in the Quran, that Allah opens the chest, opens the heart to the Islam. So I came back to Brazil. I was in France at that time. In 2017, I converted to Islam. I embraced Islam and tried to practice Islam, But in the beginning, it was very hard for me to practice Islam. The 5 prayers and the fasting at Ramadan, it was very difficult, very hard. And at that time also, I began to have some doubts about the tariqah. I began to hear the opinions of other people that had a bad opinion about the Sheikh. So I decided not to take bay'ah, not to make the pact at that moment. And from 2017 to 2021, I had a lot of experience in my life that led me to realize that indeed I should have done the pact with the Sheikh at that time. In practice, I had lost my Islam. I didn't practice anymore. I was lost. So in 2021, I decided to come back and take a bay'ah with the Sheikh. As I would make the bay'ah from distance, we must make the wird, 40 days of wird, as a preparation for the pact. And when I began the wird, the day that I began the wird, I began to make the 5 daily prayers of Islam too. It is as if through the wird, my religion was renewed, as if my religion, my deen, my Islam was dependent of my suluk, of my attachment to Shaykh Mohamed Faouzi al-Karkari. I had learned this through experience. So, and after bay'ah, alhamdulillah, I not only received Islam through Sid Sheikh, but after bay'ah, I received the opening of my interior eye to see the light of God. That is the increase of my Imam. That's a great gift for my Imam, because it says in the Quran that Allah guides the believers, the mu'mineen, those that have Iman, to the light. So this second experience was also very important, and I'm very grateful to Sid Sheikh because of that. And now in 2024 is my first opportunity to come to the Zawiya, and I'm very happy with this experience too, because that renewed my faith, that increased a lot my faith and understanding of the path. There were some things that I didn't understand when I was alone in Brazil, and the Fuqara and Sid Sheikh the Fuqara helped me to understand some things about the practices of the word of the prayers, and Sidi Sheikh gave me counsels, important counsels for my practical life, and about the vision of the light that inshallah I'm going to apply, and it will be a help in my path, inshallah. I'm very grateful for Sidi Sheikh for especially for these two things, because I received from him Islam and I received from him the vision of the light. Alhamdulillah, shukrillah.